Rise ye ashen tarnished chosen undead, and welcome Souls fans, new and old, to your next installment of the Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin Platinum Guide. So, in the last video, we beat our third boss, the duo of bosses. We beat them with Bernhart. We then met Bernhart at the end of the first area where the official Pursuer boss, you would fight, the one that we didn't. Because we fought him earlier, where the nest was. We then did the Giant's Memories. We did 3 of the Giant's Memories, and we're now about to do the 4th. We've also set up for our soul farming play, so we got to a total of 6 soul spears. We currently have 3 of those equipped, and as you see, we've got 3 more here ready to go when we get our spell slots, and we've got our 2 dark orbs equipped. We bopped the merchant in Majula to get the Tesladora set, which increases the number of souls we acquire, and we put on the Jester's Glove because they give you more souls than the Tesladora set. We've got our coveted Silver Serpent ring on. We are below 25%. We don't need that. There's no harm in having that on. We're below 25%. So, here we go. Examine. And through we go. So, we're going to do this twice. First time, we're going to summon Drummond. The second time, we're going to summon Bernhart. And we're going to ignore most of the enemies here. The key thing is the NPC that we summon. So that's Captain Drummond. We want to do Drummond first. The NPC that we summon has to survive. Standard rules. So there we go. Summon Drummond into the mist. And what we're going to do is always going to be the same. Wait for the fire. Go. Up the stairs. Important, grab the bonfire aesthetic. That's how we're going to loot this. Wait for the fire. Go. Stick to the right wall so that you don't get hit by the giant rolling head. That's going to take out most of the giants. Wait at this giant, wait for the fire. Lock on and get ready to roll to the side once he does that. Come up here. And this is going to be weird because there's NPCs taking his aggro. It's not going to be the same as when we do the farm. The key thing is just if he is focused on him, just look at his sword arm. Right, he's still focusing on Drummond. Just keep an eye on Drummond's health. As I said, Drummond has to survive. Looks like this should be 5. Okay, here we go. No, he's still fighting Drummond. Leave Drummond alone. Focus on me. Come on. Okay, yeah, this shouldn't be a problem. And pop. There we go. Drummond survived. Grab what should be old Radiant Life Gem. That item, when you start using aesthetics, that will change to less useful items. Come down here, Soul of a Giant, and examine. And look at those souls, 146,000 souls. Travel back to Majula. We're going to use those souls to level up. And level up. All into int should be enough for 4 levels, according to my notes. I did do one of the memories that extra time. If you can, just go to 47. We're going to get our int to 50. And then start working on our attunement. So following my notes, you should be able to get 4 levels in, so 4 levels to get to 46. Travel, Forest full of Giants, the place unbeknownst. Rest, burn a bonfire aesthetic, remembering that we pick one up every time we do this run, so we will have an infinite spawning bonfire aesthetic because it respawns the floor items. And in we go. So this is now +1 difficulty, remember, so this is New Game Plus. So we've already done this with Drummond, we're now going to do it with Bernhart, and again, do not let Bernhart die. So down here, Bernhart, make sure he gets summoned, there we go. Through, fire, charge up the stairs, grab bonfire aesthetic, wait for fire, stick to the right wall, wait for fire, and I'm not going to lock on, just make sure you don't get hit by the shockwave. There, run up the stairs, and Bernhart has caught, so now we can actually show you he's got 2 attacks that can reach from up here, and there's a second. So dodge, do a spell. Okay, now he's attacking, well, he's trying to attack Bernhart. As with all have to survive situations, the key thing is if they die, then you need to either die yourself or close the game. But I always find, as far as situations go with NPCs, this is the one where I've never had Bernhart or Drummond die. There you go, that's 150,000 souls for that. You get your Giant Lord Soul, so that's a second copy of the Giant Lord Soul, and a second copy of the Ring of Giants +2. We're going to be selling a lot of Ring of Giants +2s to Gavlan. And all of these souls all go into our requirements to gain our 1,000,000 souls in New Game Plus. Come here. And the only thing you don't get is you don't get the extra soul of the giant, because each one has an impact on Vendrick's total health. They've made it so you can't just make his health like 2. Return to Medulla. Over to Lenny, reinforce Staff of Wisdom, make sure that's at +5, and why have I not just started doing the sunset? But either way, Witch Tree. Yeah, okay, that was a typo in my notes. There we go. So yeah, Sunset Staff, you want to get that to +5 as well. Okay, can't get to 5, don't worry, we will be prioritising that next. Just get that as high as you can, so we've got Sunset Staff to +4. And then Witch Tree, we'll get that to plus 10.
I'll be around.
Over to MZ.
There until
Level up. Int plus 4 to get that to 50. And attunement plus 2 to get to 27. If you have any more, then feel free to put that into attunement. I'm going to currently stick to what is guaranteed in the guide. So 4 on int, 2 on attunement. And then what we're going to do is, instead of the scythe, we are going to equip the Staff of Wisdom. You do still need to have your Witch Tree equipped. So here is the trade-off. Staff of Wisdom has a much higher sorcery stat. So if you look, Witch Tree Branch matched is 250 spell plus 85, 270 plus 178. However, we can't use the Staff of Wisdom to cast hexes, so that's why we need the Witch Tree for that. In fact, can I use the sunset? No, the sunset is not worth it yet until we get that 2 plus 5, and we've got some more shenanigans that we need to do with that. So, bonfire, travel. We're now going to go back to Cardinal Tower, as we're now going to finish Drummond and Bernhart's questlines. Because we've defeated one of the giant leaders with Drummond and with Bernhart, that satisfies their quests. Come on. There we go. Bomb. Bomb. No. Bomb. That didn't blow those up, so let's go around and do that. No. Okay, examine. Run to the end and speak with Drummond, and that's going to give us our 28th trophy, the Holder of the Fort trophy.
Take these.
There we go, Drangleic Helm and the Holder of the Fort trophy.
Be gone, be gone.
Lovely. Trophy 28. Feather. Rest, get your spells back. When you use Feather, it does everything apart from the rest part, so you might as well get your spells back, because the enemies are back, so... my test run, I got 3 out of the 4 killed by the ballistas. Still not blowing up barrels. Round we go. Blow up a barrel. Lovely. We're getting very familiar with this now. Run past. those. Couple of those. Couple of one. Carry on, and we're going to find Bernhart again. And in here, speaking to Bernhart, he is going to bequeath you his sword, which is how we're able to then get it appraised and find out that it's fake. Obviously not in this run because we killed the merchant, but yeah, we don't have to anyway. But that's going to give us the Moonlight Greatsword trophy, trophy 29.
We have outwitted death. My dear friend, take these.
There we go. The Moonlight Greatsword trophy, trophy number 29. Coming along nicely.
My homeland, and this I know.
Don't know why I did that. I'm supposed to feather. Bonfire, tune, 4 soul spear, 1 dark orb. Travel to the place unbeknownst. And I'm going to show you the farm twice, and then the next video will be pure farming while we go to our stats. I'm going to put the stats in the description for both this video and the next video that we're going to farm for. So first, rest, burn, bonfire aesthetic. So step 1, burn bonfire aesthetic. What is done cannot be undone. Step 2, enter the memory. And no summons. It's just going to give it so much extra health. Step 3, come to the foot, wait for the fire. Because we're not summoning, it's going to take a little bit longer. There we go. Step 4, up we go. Grab bonfire aesthetic. Must do that, otherwise we're not going to have enough bonfire aesthetics. Whereas every part of the loop we get bonfire aesthetic to replace the one before. Step the next one, stick to the right hand wall, get to the foot, wait for the fire. After the fire, come forward, get ready and roll. Run up the stairs. Lock on, and from here on it is dodge the swing, do a spell. Wait for the attack. Dodge the swing, do a spell. Wait for the attack. So downwards I roll left. So I stand in the middle. If it's a swing right, I roll right. So I'm in the middle, he's going to do that swing, I walk and roll, get back to the middle while doing my spell. Roll. Roll. Safe to assume he will always two-shot you. However, because we are increasing the difficulty every time, it will get to a point where he will be one-shotting us. After all that, I just realised I was using a witch tree for the... I'll explain that. Well, actually, no, I can explain that. So yeah, when we are soul spirit, you want to use the sunset staff. it does significantly more damage with sorceries. Dark Orb, you need to use Witch Tree because you cannot use the Sunset Star or Hexes. So that's why we stick with the Witch Tree. But yeah, in terms of how many souls we're going to get, not forgetting, whenever you increase the difficulty of the game, although they get more health and they do more damage, the trade-off is that they give you more souls. Bop, bop. And every time he is going to drop his boss soul, Giant Lord Soul, and a Ring of Giants, +2. Lovely. Final step, inspect dead giant. So that's what the farm is going to be. I said I'll show you twice because we are going to travel. We're going to go to Macduff's workshop. We are going to infuse. Sorry, Staff of Wisdom, not Sunset. So Staff of Wisdom, which is magic only. We are going to infuse that with magic, which is going to further buff. So if you look 270 to 270, 270 to 297. So infuse Staff of Wisdom with magic. Sunset Staff, we're going to infuse with dark. And if you haven't guessed, this is going to be our Soul Spear, this is going to be our Dark Orb. That's how these are going to work. We haven't gained anything to get this to +5, so we'll just accept the fact that this is +4. But that should now offer us more dark. There we go. So you can see that now this does more dark damage now, and this does a lot more magic damage. So there you go. These are our two casters. Head back to Medulla. MZ.
Bearer of the until
Chilling out. Level up. And we've already got our int to 50. So the next thing we're going to be doing is getting our attunement up to 50. So that's going to give us the spell slots that we need and our cast speed as high as possible. So just dump as much as you can into attunement. As you can see, we're only getting our spell slots up by 1, but we are increasing our casting speed. So dump everything you've got into attunement, which is going to let us equip another Soul Spear. Attune Soul Spear. Oh, let's do this properly. Soul Spear number 5. So we need 2 more attunement slots we're going to achieve once we get to level 50. That will let us have 6 Soul Spears and 2 Dark Orbs, and that is our final build for range. We're going to get our Strength to 45, our Dex to 40, our Vigor to 40, and our Endurance to 20, our Vitality to 28. And that's going to give us everything that we need. You are welcome to farm for more, but that's kind of the bare bones of the build. So, place unbeknownst. And what I'd recommend with your farming is do a couple of runs, go to Medulla, level up. Once you've got your attunement to 50, at that point you are welcome to just keep farming, but I like to level up every now and again just to see where I'm at, because we don't want to over farm. So also, by getting our attunement up to 50, it gives us those extra spells. So you might have noticed that whereas originally Dark Orb gave you 20, I'm now getting 22 per Dark Orb. That's because my int and my attunement are going up. So, burn, bonfire aesthetic. You should always be going from 12 to 11. If you have 11, you've either already burnt one or you didn't pick one up. So we should always be going from 12 to 11. So reminder, we've got Staff of Wisdom for Soul Spear. If you look, I can't cast Dark Orb with it. For that, we're going to use Sunset. You can cast Soul Spear with Sunset, however, Sunset does a measly, 258 magic, whereas this is doing 493. So, definitely what we want to use to cast Soul Spear. Examine, and it's going to follow the exact same recipe. And at this point, as I said, outside of leveling up to get to check on how we're doing with our stats, this is all we're doing, rinse and repeat until we get to our end stats, which should be around soul level 255. Not soul level, but character level. Somewhere around 200. So wait at the foot, wait for fire, fire, go up the stairs, grab the bonfire aesthetic. Top of the stairs, wait for fire. Down the stairs. Fine, unwrap, drink. Over to the foot, wait for fire. Get ready to roll. So I have tried running straight up the stairs. There is a chance that you get clips thanks to Dark Souls hitboxes. How? That's 760. Roll and pow. Roll and pow. Roll, roll, pow. Roll this one to the left. Roll this one to the right. Yeah, I think the only, I guess, shame on this is relatively late game on new game, or standard game, to be able to do this farm. There we go. So just remember, when you change to Dark Orb, you have to change your caster. If you want, you can also always click the Fire Seed and have infinite Fire Seeds as well. And there you go. So what I'm going to do is every second farm, I'm going to go to Medulla and I'm going to do some leveling. So burn, bonfire aesthetic. We demonstrate the infinite. So I'm going to do it, go to Medulla, come back, and then I'll end this video and start a pure farm video. But if you don't want to watch this farm again, I'm going to get my attunement to 50. The next thing I'm going to do is start working on my Vigour to 40. After that, it's going to be Strength to 45, then Dex to 40. So that way we're maximising the amount of damage that we're doing with all of our weapons. And then lastly, it will be our Endurance up to 20. Because we're spell sniping, we don't need much in the way of endurance. Fire. Dodge shockwave, up we go. And let's play the game. Roll and Giant Lord, the Lord of the Giants. And we pretty much get one shot if he hits us, so it's worth noting. Which isn't an issue so long as you collect your souls. You're not going to change anything, you're going to do the same strategy. You won't have to do a bonfire aesthetic if you haven't defeated him. You only have to bonfire aesthetic when you need to respawn the Giant Lord, because he is a boss. Time to get the cheeky hit in, but there it is. Victory achieved. Giant soul, winged giants, but look at that. So many souls in such a short amount of time. Back to Medulla, and let's level up. Oh, just chilling, just kicking her feet. That's how safe she feels. Level up. Achievement up to 50. And then after that, we are going to... I've chucked 2 into Vitality, get to 28, so that's already finished. And then anything else into Vigour to get that up to 40. So as I mentioned, I will be putting the final stats in the comments of both this video and the next video. And there we go. So the next video is going to be the level farm to get the build complete. Once the level farming is done, we're going to defeat Nishandra, the evil queen. And actually, as far as big bad end bosses go, she is so easy in the strategy that we're going to use. We are going to have to watch 10 minutes worth of credits to get a trophy though. And at that point you will have beaten the main story of Dark Souls 2. But we will not be starting New Game Plus. We have a lot to do of side content, DLC, before we get close to our New Game Plus run. But anyway, that's ahead of ourselves. Right now what we're going to be doing is we are going to be farming Our souls. Sorry, lost myself for a second. Yep, we're going to be soul farming to get our stats to where they need to be. As always, I hope you're finding this useful. I hope you enjoy the soul farm. As far as soul farming goes, I think it's one of the more entertaining ones that there is. So yeah, can't wait to see you in the next video. Like, subscribe, please. It means so much to me. Comment, question, anything that I can do to help you. Any feedback, please do give. And I can't wait to see you in the next video. So until then, bye for now.